Yes, lads, joebiline here, and today I wanted to talk about counters. Yesterday's discussion about overall versus game changers and booster cards was pretty good, and I thought, what other topics can we discuss? What things do you guys want to know about? And what things do I want to learn more about? And today I thought, let's look at the topic of counters. Now, obviously, since counters came in, it meant that we had to try and be more diverse. We wanted to mix our teams up a bit more, use different formations, because I know a lot of us, we were stuck using one formation all the time, or we at least have a preference formation that we'll always use, and we had to start switching our teams up to make sure that if we got countered, we still had a backup that was just as strong as us to make sure we could get the goals we needed in our attack mode games. And they brought in counters, and the rule of thumb is if you have a counter, you're going to struggle because you're going to get attacked on more and you're not going to have as many as attacks. But how big of an impact is that actually? And that's what I want to look at today. If we play with counter formations, what's the actual impact? Is the impact massive? So I thought, let's play first of all 2 games with my preferred formation without counter on, to show you how I'd normally play, although saying that, mention it every time, broken record. Obviously I've got my iPhone charger wire in to connect this up to record, so I can't play as well because this wire gets in the way of where I hold it, but it shouldn't affect it too much. Generally, when I'm playing attack mode at the level I'm at now, as you can see, I am slowly rising up, getting there. 2.5 million fans. I am determined to get there to 10 million before the season ends, which it should do if I'm working it out. I should have plenty of time as long as I keep playing games. Like, well, at the moment I'm getting about 50k a game, 50k fans a game more or less. So what's that? 20 games is 1 million fans roughly. 1 million fans a day. If I play 20 games a day, which is definitely doable. It's definitely doable. I just need to make sure I'm putting in that work on the attack mode and just playing it when I've got spare chances on my lunch break, on the bus to and from work, and when I get home at night. I've definitely got the hours. I just need to make sure I'm doing it and not slacking off, which I sometimes do with attack mode. But yeah, I'll generally score on attack mode, I feel like, between 5 and 10 or so goals, between 5 and 10, which I think is okay, especially as league to league, as soon as it starts to go up as well. This one's actually going pretty well so far. Okay, here's the attack. Normally I kind of just let the defender do it by himself, but yeah, we'll play this just to give you an idea of how I play with my preferred formation when I'm not being counted on. And then after I say that, we've got to find people who are countering my formation, haven't we? But should be able to find it. If not, I can obviously just not so the video's not too long. I'll just play the games until I find them, then come back to you. But yeah, we'll do 2. This one's going really well, if I'm honest. Everything we do is going. Oh yeah. Wait, can we rescue that? Oh, he's offside, isn't he? Yeah, he was. Thought he would have snuck back on, but Ronaldo, you've got better position than that. Got Firmino. These are going really well. Recording this, what is it? It's Thursday today. It's actually my birthday today. I turned 25 today. Getting old, aren't I? I'm getting old, but I've had a good time so far. Obviously been uni, now working. It's all good. And still enjoying games. Obviously, some of you may know me from being on console for a long time, doing FIFA 17, using silver players only and exclusively. But it just feels like this year there's too much focus on competitive FIFA on console, and it's hard to find fun games. Like, they got rid of the silver cup, so you never guaranteed a silver game anymore. It's just awkward like that, but I found FIFA Mobile in the meantime and it's been absolutely brilliant, so it's allowed me to continue that journey, and I appreciate all the love and support you give. It's absolutely fantastic to see the growth so quickly, because if you think about it, most of you subs, I don't know if you still watch it or not, but a lot of you have been around here for a few years and you probably don't even watch anymore, or you're not worried about FIFA Mobile, so it's very nice to see all you FIFA Mobile fans come over so quickly. Can't thank you enough for that. Thank you to all the old subs who are still here. But yeah, look, 11 goals in that game. Let's have a look what we can get. So we'll just tap that. Oh, actually, we've been counted here. Let's use this opportunity while we can. We'll play 3 or 4 games, but You've just seen that there. What, I got 10, 11 goals in there, so that was a pretty good round for me. But now we're going to use the countered, and you've set to the counter attack. Doing so greatly increases the number of counter attacks you're likely to receive. So let's go ahead. This is the first time I'm actually playing against a countered. I haven't tried it before. I thought, let's see actually what happens. His team's decent. Elite keeper and elite centre back. He's playing the 3-4-1-2 target as well, which is probably why he's countered it. But let's have a look what actually happens then. Let's see how it goes. Because hey, you never know. It may be that countering isn't. Oh, right. He's got a tackling straight away there. Right, notifications are popping up a bit because people wishing me happy birthday on Facebook and WhatsApp and all that. Let's sweat that across. Alright, there's the first one. So far, it hasn't counted against us just yet. So that's going to be a third attack in a row. Hey, you never know. It may be that if you're clinical with the chances you get, and you know roughly what you're scoring and what you get to score past, maybe it could be worth playing counters. Maybe going against counters isn't as scary as it looks. We probably want to do it against. Alright, here's the first counter, and Pepe's going to be there straight away. So I suppose as well, this would heavily depend on how good your defence is. Because if you trust your defending, you've got some beasting defenders. Maybe you trust yourself to take against those counters more, especially if you're being clinical in your chances you're getting anyway. But like I said, I normally score. Alright, that's a penalty, isn't it? Alright, let's bag this away. Keeper may save that actually. Nope, goes the other way. James Rodriguez gets it in the bag. 4-0 after 24. And we've had one counter against us so far. Normally we'll get about one anyway, sometimes none. At the moment we've only had one against us. I very much highly anticipate getting at least another one. But hey, because I normally get one as one of the last attack or so. I find I'm getting the counter like on my second to last attack. Like just before the game ends, I'll get an attack against me. If I get rid of that quickly, I can get another attack in. But hey, at the moment, we're playing against the countered, and we're 7 up after 33, and only had one counter against us. Right, here's the second counter. Are we going to end with 2 or 3? What I will do, though, I'm going to hopefully look, because obviously, alright, he scored on that. Okay. It's not the end of the world. I probably trusted my defence a bit too much there, rather than do anything myself. But, hey, we're 8-1 up, 40 minutes gone. What's going to be the real test here to see is if there's another one against us before it ends. Because then we'll know that, oh, it's gone up to 3 rather than, oh, that's a good save. But James Rodriguez is there to tie it away anyway. So we're on 9-1 at the moment. Okay, one more counter against. So that's 3 counters. Hey, if it's 3 counters, then that's dealable. Because I've still scored 9 goals and I've allowed myself to use the formation I prefer to get the attacks I prefer. Because when I use 3-4-1-2 basic, I do generally score more like 5 or 6 goals most of the time. Let's have a look. Is there anybody, because we're 92 overall, is there anybody on this map who's, okay, the highest overall I'm seeing is an 80. Wait, no, there's an 81 level 50. Let's see if he's countered us. Okay, he hasn't got any counters on. No, this guy has not set up any counters. Okay. You may see this game, you may not. But we'll play this anyway, because I said I was going to show you 2 normal ones, and this is me playing against somebody who's a bit higher rated, and he's got a decent team actually. 82 overall, he's got solid players. So yeah, this should be quite a good game actually. Should be able to test myself against this. And maybe one of those where I don't score many, because this guy's level 50 as well, so he knows what he's doing, and he's got a decent team. Probably looks like he's he's a free-to-play player, so he's grinded up to where he is, maybe a couple of packs or so. But he's just got a solid, more or less full elite team, hasn't he? It's just a solid team, without going over the top with any players like some that I may have, and that. But obviously I've put money into the game, maybe a bit too much, but that's not going to stop anytime soon, I guess. Especially with Team of the Year coming up, because that's going to be exciting, isn't it? That's going to be exciting indeed. We'll definitely be trying to get at least a couple of those players. We'll have to see what they do with plans or packs. I'm guessing because of the Team of the Year tokens, there will be some plans. Maybe you put stuff in there to get a chance at a pack. I don't know. We'll have to see. But hey, I imagine if we don't find out before, we'll be finding out on Monday, because that's when the ceremony is. EA, I don't think they'll hang around waiting to get it out for us. Normally, especially a console, they're normally, well, the goalkeeper and defenders are at least in packs only a few hours after the announcement. We'll have to see. I imagine they've got it already. They just need to find out what the players are, whether that leak was correct or not. It looked kind of correct because of what it said, especially with it, but then he was denying it. But was he just denying it because FIFA had made him? And when I say FIFA, I mean the organisation, not the game. Obviously, when you talk about FIFA, you can talk about two things. You can talk about the game called FIFA by EA Sports, or you can talk about FIFA, the organisation that basically runs football. This is actually going pretty well against this guy's 81 over. Well, actually, it was 82 once we'd got into the game, wasn't it? It said 82. It's going pretty well, and Tim Howard's went to be a really, really good keeper, which I normally struggle against, but he's doing good things here. I haven't felt any need to change Soma, but maybe I will at some point. But I don't want to change to go one or two like two Tim Howard. If I change my keeper, I want to get either Flashback, De Gea or Neuer, or I want to get the Boxing Day players or League Master player, or maybe Team of the Year. We'll have to see. James, and that makes it 11. So we've got a pretty consistent 2-11-0 victories now with the and we didn't. Have I just forgot though? Did we not actually get counted on as at all in that game? Now this one here, yeah, I'll definitely make sure that this next game is a counter one. Let's have a look. Come on, surely you're 80-46. You've got to. How can we try and? Okay, it's got a pretty decent team. But is he remembering to counter? Because let's have a look. Okay, he's countered against the basic formation. Okay, we're going to play with the countered basic. Bearing in mind with this, I normally score a few less goals than with target man because of how the ball drops. I just find the chances are better. But we're playing with the countered formation in the basic, so I normally score a few less anyway. Normally 6 or 7. Around that, depending. Sometimes I'll score more, but I just find that. But let's see what happens here then. Okay, straight away from the off we scored 1-0. Maybe I need to look into this more conclusively, but if we'll find out here what the average is like. Are we going to get 3 each time? Is it going to change up? Come on, James. Okay, Koke gets in the way, but he just wanted it for himself. A little bit greedy there, Koke, but we still scored, so I'll let you off this time. Is anyone going to make a late run for the box? No, we're going to have to dribble. Firmino. Is that Koke again? Don't say that. Go on, Ronaldo. Yeah, there we go. 3-0, 18 in. So it was this time last game that we got the counter against us. We don't this time. Okay, interesting. And this guy's was what, 80? So I believe this guy's overall was higher than the first counter's overall, which is definitely interesting indeed. Here's one matter. That's alright, come on, get there. Why do your players react so slowly? Has anyone noticed that? Alright, there's the first counter against us. That's 28 minutes in. By last time, this was about the time we was getting the second counter against us. Won it in a turn or two. Interesting, obviously we are only on 3 goals so far, so as you can see, that's more due to the formation, I'd say, and the chances, because we start a little further back, so this time's going to tick away a little bit more. Okay, here's a second counter already. So we waited a while for the first one, but the second one's come pretty sharpish, and that's cleared away easily. Not sure why right mid Juan Mata was playing in almost a left back position there. But hey, here's Koke getting in on the action himself. Brilliant. Do like using Koke. If I'm honest, I like every player in this team now. So when I do start upgrading them, it'll be a shame to see some of them go, and there'll be hard choices, but they'll have to be made. Not sure why Pepe was in such an attacking position then, but hey, right, so this looks like it's the final attack. As I said, I generally do score around the 6-7, around the 6 mark when I'm using this formation, just because I find I don't get any attacks. And there's the third one, which if I took a little bit longer on that attack mode, maybe they wouldn't have even got. I'm not sure, but either way, we scored 7, so we still scored the same amount as we normally would, and we've only had 3 counters against us. it's looking, I'm going to be honest, from my early view, it's looking like it's fine to play against counters. I think it might be fine. I'm going to play a little bit more, but come meet me in the comments section and on Twitter, and let me know what your guys' experiences of is playing with countered formations, because to me, playing against them there, I'm happy to do that. Obviously, I think it's a case of knowing if you can trust your defence or not, because I've got a defence I can trust to be attacked against. Luis and Pepe definitely will get in the way and stop the ball. Cabral needs upgrading, but he's been decent. I've enjoyed using him anyway. It's not like he's terrible. I just like better to make it look better. But yeah, let me know about your thoughts and if you try playing with it. And do come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD. Also follow me if you're new here for FIFA Mobile content and some FIFA 17. Mainly doing FIFA Mobile, if you noticed recently, just because I'm thanking you all for the support, and FIFA 17 Silvers is in a bit of a weird state at the moment. But do leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here, come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I'll see you all later.